So you're thinking about moving to Phoenix, Arizona. Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons, the good and bad, the ups and downs of living in Phoenix, Arizona. And we're getting after it right now. Come on, let's go. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Phoenix, Arizona and the surrounding areas, subscribe below, hit the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about what's going on in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Mary Kay Marino and welcome to Hello Arizona Living and Real Estate. We get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make a move to Arizona, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All our information is below in the description so we can help you make a smooth move to Arizona. As I mentioned, this video is about pros and cons and good and bad and ups and downs of living in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's go, come on. Some of the things we're going to cover in this video is shopping, jobs, economy, outdoor activity, restaurants, neighborhoods, and of course, the housing market. Some fun facts about Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona is the 5th largest city in the United States. It covers over 500 square miles. We're a very diverse variety city. We have a little bit of everything regarding shopping, restaurants, activities, and of course, a variety of types of neighborhoods. We have city living, suburbs, historic districts, modern living, whatever your choice is, we got it for you. Travel time around Phoenix isn't bad at all. If you're in North Phoenix and you want to get to downtown Phoenix or even the airport, depending on traffic, it's about 40 minutes or less. If you're central Phoenix or even on the west side of Phoenix and you want to get to the airport or downtown, give or take around 30 minutes or less, depending on traffic. Being a sports fan, I have to mention our professional sports teams. I absolutely love them. Of course, my favorite is the Arizona Cardinals. I love my Arizona football team. Arizona Cardinals Stadium is on the west side, which is in Glendale. We also have baseball. That would be the Arizona Diamondbacks, and their stadium is in downtown Phoenix. Basketball we have as well. We have the Phoenix Suns and also the Phoenix Mercury. They share the same stadium, and that stadium is also downtown Phoenix, very close to where the baseball stadium is. And yes, in Arizona, we have ice hockey. Believe it or not, yes, we do. And it's the Arizona Coyotes. And that stadium right now is in Glendale. They are currently trying to negotiate moving to Tempe, but right now they are in Glendale, Arizona. Let's start off with the pros. And of course, I have to add our weather because we have phenomenal weather here, especially in the wintertime. I also have to say that we have great weather for spring and fall. Our winter coldest month is December, which is averaging around 66 degrees. Yes, it gets colder than that at times, but our average cold is around 66 degrees. I always say it's better to shovel the sunshine rather than shovel the snow. But if you're itching for snow and you want to have the snow, you want to go snow skiing, we have that as well. It's just a 2-hour car ride up north to Flagstaff. You can do all the fun you want up there, and then it's just a 2-hour drive back down to the valley. So if you need snow, it's not that far away. You just need to go up north to Flagstaff. January and February are our rainy months, so that's when we're going to get the most rain here, is in January and February. As far as outdoor activity, we have so much to do. Whatever you want to do, you can pretty much do it. We have hiking, we have biking, we have trail riding, we have trail running, we have golfing, we have kayaking, we have paddleboard. Whatever your heart's desire, we most likely have it for you. From climbing Camelback Mountain to exploring Desert Botanical Garden and even discovering 22 national parks in Arizona. Did you know we had 22 national parks in Arizona? Ha, I didn't. I just found out about that. I think that's phenomenal. Check out my video on that and it's pretty interesting. So there's lots to do here in Arizona. Whatever your heart's desire is, we got it for you. And of course, I've got to mention golf. We love golf in Arizona. We have over 300 golf courses in Arizona and in Phoenix together. So there's a lot to choose from as far as what kind of golf course you want to play. Plus, we have the PGA Tour that comes to Arizona. It's like in our own backyard. And if you're familiar with it, you're then familiar with hole 16, the par 3. It's like a stadium where it's surrounded by a whole bunch of people. It's literally a stadium-like atmosphere. And every player that hits their shot, they either get booed or jeered or cheered, depending on how good their shot is. It's like a party on short grass. Whether you're a golfer or a non-golfer, it's a wonderful experience just to go out there and see it. It's a lot of fun, and usually the weather is fantastic. So make sure you put that on your bucket list to head out to the golf tournament when it comes. It's usually on the weekend of the Super Bowl. So go out to the golf tournament that week and the weekend, and then go home and watch the Super Bowl, the Arizona Cardinals. And yes, we do have lakes in the desert. We do have lakes. If you enjoy boating, water skiing, fishing, or just being around the lakes and being around the water, we have some really gorgeous, beautiful lakes around here. Our most popular is Lake Pleasant. We also have Tempe Town Lake, which is just south of Phoenix. It's a little quieter, calmer lake. It's more geared for like paddleboarding and kayaking. You don't have to worry about the boats zipping by you and everything. It's just a calmer atmosphere, but we have a variety of other lakes as well if you want to venture out. We have Bartlett Lake, Saguaro Lake, Canyon Lake, Roosevelt Lake, and Apache Lake. Those are all east of Phoenix, and definitely worth your while to go out and check those out. Absolutely love it. No matter what lake you choose, if you just want to be out near the water and enjoy the outdoors, you're going to really love all of our lakes. If your go-to activity is hiking, we have a ton of hiking here in Arizona. So many hiking trails, biking trails all over. Some of the popular ones here are Tom's Thumb, Pinnacle Peak, Papago Park, Camelback Mountain, Echo Trail, and Powestua Peak. Just remember, whatever you do, whatever time of day, whatever time of year, bring water. So many people who come to visit here and go hiking, they think, oh, I'm okay, I'll be all right. And they get halfway up the mountain, or they get to the top of the mountain and they didn't bring enough water, or they didn't bring any water. And then guess what? We see them on the news being rescued from the mountain because they got dehydrated, or they got hurt, or they stumbled and fell. Just remember, be careful out there and bring lots and lots of water. If you think you got enough water, bring even more water, because it's very important while you're out enjoying all these hiking trails and biking trails that you stay hydrated. If you love baseball, then you're definitely going to love spring training in Arizona. We have 15 teams and over 10 ball fields around the valley that host all these spring training games. So the teams that are here during spring training season are, of course, Arizona Diamondbacks. We also have Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox, Cincinnati Reds, Cleveland Guardians, Colorado Rockies, Kansas City Royals, LA Angels, LA Dodgers, Milwaukee Brewers, Oakland A's, San Diego Padres, San Francisco Giants, Seattle Mariners, and Texas Rangers. It's a great way to spend a day outdoors, enjoying baseball and enjoying the sunshine. Okay, moving on, as I mentioned earlier about schools, whether you're moving here with the kids and need to go to school, or you're a teacher or affiliated with a school and need employment with schools, you have a large variety to choose from. Okay, so we have a lot of schools here in the Phoenix area. We have 636 preschools, 420 elementary schools, 297 middle schools, 197 high schools, 285 public district schools, 167 public charter schools, and 553 private schools. So whether you're a teacher looking for employment or you have children who need to go to school, you have a large variety to look for. Please, I do urge you to do your due diligence and research on what best fits the benefits of your family regarding the school that you want. For me and the research I did, I use greatschools.org and niche.com. They have a lot of information there that you may want to look into. They give rankings and ratings on the schools, and like I said, lots of other information that may benefit you when you're making your decision, whether it's for employment or for kids' schools. Phoenix and the surrounding areas is turning into a great opportunity to have a job. It has a lot of growth with it. Our biggest industry is the health industry, and now it's also the tech industry, from small companies to self-employment to large corporations, as I said. A few facts about the industries here in Arizona and employment here in Arizona. Our largest employer is Banner Health. They employ over 50,000 employees. Our major employment sectors in Arizona are aerospace, electronics, and of course, semiconductor manufacturing. In fact, we are being dubbed now the Silicon Desert because of that growth here that's going on. And we are expanding so much here in Arizona. So it's great to know. Of course, the housing market, we've got to mention, you have lots and lots of options here. It ranges from around $200,000 up to multi-million dollars. So whatever your price range is, whatever your budget is, whatever your comfort zone is, we have that variety for you to choose from. Whether you choose your area for work or for school, we can definitely help you find your next place to call home. We have North Phoenix, South Phoenix, Central Phoenix, Downtown Phoenix, West Side Phoenix, whatever Phoenix you want, we've got it for you. Of course, we have to mention shopping and restaurants. And as far as shopping, it goes from strip malls to high-end malls. So we got a variety of that for you as well. As far as outdoor malls, we have Desert Ridge, which is off of the 101 and 51. There's shopping, there's restaurants, and also a movie theater. Further north, Happy Valley Road in the I-17, they also have shopping and restaurants and also movie theaters up there as well. If we go a little bit south of that, we have Desert Sky. That's off of 75th Avenue and Thomas. Yeah, that's right. And they also have the same shopping, restaurants, and theaters. And of course, I have to mention downtown Phoenix. It supports all the sporting activity we have down there, as well as cultural with museums and theaters. So there's lots of restaurants and shopping downtown as well. As far as restaurants and the variety of foods we have Italian, we have Mexican, we have Asian, we have steakhouses, we have Indian food. If you're a lover of pizza, we have thin crust, thick crust, deep dish, New York style, Chicago style, whatever style you want, we have your style. Okay, now we're going to move on to the cons. And of course, I have to mention the weather. I am not a fan of hot weather. My favorite temperature is sunny and 69. Okay, sunny and 70, somewhere around there. But when it gets around the 100 mark, that's too hot for me. But of course, for the cons for me is the weather. It is hot. Our hottest months are June, July, and August. July is our hottest. It averages right around 107 degrees, but it can, and it definitely does, get above 110 many, many times. So you just have to be prepared. It's the opposite of it being in a place where it snows. You have to put the heater on to stay warm. Here, you have to put the air conditioner on to stay cool. So if you can get through the 3 months of the hot weather here in Arizona, you're gonna do great. For me, another con is snowbirds. And yes, it's a pro as well for the economy, but for the snowbirds, I put it there because it's crowded. The roads are crowded, the restaurants crowded. They're slow drivers. So it'd be nice if they kind of just moved over and let us scoot by them. But it is what it is. They're good for the economy. They're not so good for the restaurants and the busy streets because, they drive very slow and they look around, like they have all the time in the world, which they do because they're not working and we are. But anyway, that's just one of the cons for us is the snowbirds. The public transit system, it's very limited. I know I said that Phoenix is the 5th largest city in the United States, but our public transit system is not that great. It's only around downtown Phoenix. It's starting to expand to a little bit of the other areas, but most of your transportation is you driving, or you're gonna have to call an Uber to get around town. So you can just figure that out. There's not gonna be much public transportation as far as the transit system. Okie dokie, so I have to mention an animal here in the cons. I am a huge animal lover. I mean, ginormously large animal lover, but there is a but. The snakes. I am deathly afraid of snakes, and I have them on my cons. I know people say to me, oh, but Mary Kay, they're good snakes and they're bad snakes. And the good snakes, get rid of the bad snakes. But for me, the good snake is no snake. I don't want to see any snake. So I'm going to tell you, when you're out hiking, especially as the weather warms up and you got your earphones on and you're jamming to your music, don't do that. Because you're not going to be able to hear the rattlesnake rattle its rattle, and you're going to be, or possibly be, bitten. When you're opening the door, your front door, your back door, look down, look to the side, because sometimes they're curled up or laid right outside of your door. Just be mindful that they could be there. Also, during the wintertime, they love to come into your garage and they like to hibernate there where it's nice and warm. So as the weather starts to warm up, they may come out and say hello. So just be aware that they can be in the garage when the weather starts warming up, and they're just there. This is their natural habitat and we are living in it, and unfortunately they're here. So if you're okay with snakes and you're a snake lover, then you're to be great. If you're not a snake lover like me, you just got to keep your eyes open all the time and just be very careful, especially with your animals. If you have some pets, that you don't want to get them bitten. So there you have it. The good, the bad, the pros and cons of living in Phoenix, Arizona. Obviously, there's more good than bad. because I absolutely love living in Arizona. I love Phoenix, Arizona. There's just so much to do here, whether you choose to be indoors, outdoors, whatever your heart desires, you have it here in Phoenix, Arizona. As I mentioned before, my name is Mary K. Marino. And whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, text, or email. We would love to help you make a smooth move to Phoenix, Arizona. All our information is in the description below. So until next time, and we see you around town, have a great day.